Hi, I'm Samantha Varner, and this is the She Needs Grit podcast, the show where I dig into how to prioritize profit in your business and build an empire using grit and strategy and doing it in a simple, no BS kind of way. Let's get started. Hello, everyone. I am here today. We are going to talk a little bit about the money side of your business. So I'm Sam Varner. I'm a profit coach with She Collective, and I am here to bring you She Needs Grit, the podcast that is going to help you figure out how to make more money in your business without it being a complicated mess. So buckle up, let's go. I want to talk today all about profit first. So many of you will have heard of the book Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. And I wanted to share some of the very, very beginning insights I found in this book and how I incorporate it into coaching with my clients. Because as a profit coach, I believe so strongly in managing the financial end of your business and having it massively impact your understanding and your ability to grow into the business that you want to grow into. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about, I think, the concept that Mike talks about in this book that really blows people's mind. And I want you to really think about this. So the old school way of thinking about business finances is sales in minus expenses equals profit. So what that looks like is the profit comes just out of what's left, right? So we have incoming cash from sales, then we've got minusing your expenses, and whatever's left over is profit. We see this as a parallel often in personal finances, where you have your paycheck coming in or your income coming in, right? Minus your bills, your rent, your mortgage, etc., and whatever's left is savings. And back when I used to do personal financial planning, that was something I always talked to people about. The idea, the concept behind pay yourself first when it comes to personal finances is get paid, take your savings right out of there where you don't even miss it, and pay expenses out of the remaining amount instead of whatever's left after you've spent all the money, which is basically how it rolls. That's the savings amount. So when we think about this in terms of business, it is very, very cool. Okay, so we're going to take sales in minus profit equals expenses. And the reason we do this, this is just, it's so good, you guys, because the reason you do that means, A, you make the expenses fit the remaining dollars. So it can keep you from going outrageously high on your expenses, right? It's easy to spend money in a business and think, it's a write-off, it's a write-off. I hope we're not doing that, but it can happen. What this does is says profit comes before expenses. So my expenses get to be the remaining amount, and that's what I run my business on. It creates massive level freedom in your finances. Okay? So that is the first part of this book, and I tell you, it is amazing. This is what I deal with my clients. This is what I help them create in their business, is really understanding that control of your expenses in your business and setting aside profit as a priority in your business will make your financials and arguably your life a lot better. Because as you and I both know, entrepreneurs start their business for two reasons. They want more time freedom and they want more financial freedom. They love the idea of making more than just a salary, just a paycheck from a corporate job. That's why they got into entrepreneurship. That's why they started their business. And what ends up happening is because we parallel and just take what's left in that bucket, oftentimes business owners are working really, really hard for longer hours than they anticipated for way less money. And it is absolutely my mission to get more business owners to be put in a position where the profit comes first, the expenses come second, and life starts to look the way they anticipated when they started their business. Woohoo! It makes me so happy, you guys. Okay, so the other part I want to talk about in this very brief deep dive into the business finances is the idea of account separation. Profit First really talks about how important it is to have separate buckets for your money. Now, this is again another personal financial concept, okay? So, probably most of you have heard of the Ramsey School of Personal Money Management or have heard about the envelope system, right? And that's what this is. This is the concept that you get money in and you separate it into each little group that you might want to spend from. So when we're talking about business, the way that that looks is we've got our income account, so where income comes. Then we've got our profit account, owner's compensation, because we believe in paying ourselves. Otherwise, this is a volunteer gig and that's hard. Taxes, and our operating account. Now, the operating account is where your expenses are coming out of. And the tax account is so critical. I don't want any other person that listens on this podcast ever again to get to the end of tax season and be like, oh shit, where am I going to get that money? No more of that. Okay? So I don't care whether you're a new business owner or a business owner who makes $375,000 in their business. I guarantee there are both of those people that are still scrambling to find their tax money at the end of the year. So what I want you to know is that every time somebody pays you, a percentage goes into your tax account. I like 30%. That's a number I like. But as you go through this, and depending on at what stage you are with accounting and that sort of thing, and how long you've been in business, you will have a much better idea as to what that tax bill is going to be, and you can allocate that percentage as you go. But if you take away nothing else from this podcast and really from this summary of the book, Profit First, I want you to take away the idea that profit comes before expenses, hands down, and that you can operate your business within the confines of what's left. That's the first thing. The second thing is 5 accounts, making sure that you're separating all of the money into each of their individual jobs, right? You've got your tax, you've got owner's comp, you've got your expenses, you've got your profit account, and you've got your income. That will make a massive difference in both your comprehension of your business finances as well as just an ease in taking a look at that and knowing what decisions you can make in your business moving forward. So the reason I think this is so critical is because so many business owners are doing this at best half-assed, and sometimes they're just pushing it off to the accountant and the bookkeeper, both of which are incredibly important in your business, and I'm never going to say otherwise. But the onus is on you as a business owner to understand your numbers. You cannot just pass that off to somebody else. I remember, this is literally like 1,000 years ago. I think I was in university when I heard this, but it was an interview with Oprah. And Oprah said she got advice from somebody else, but that she was always to keep an eye on the money in her business. No matter how big her business grew, no matter how many people she had working for her, that at the end of the day, she herself was still going to oversee signing the checks and understanding the cash flow of her business. That is brilliant and honestly has stuck with me for more years than I care to disclose. So know that you have to understand your numbers in your business. You have to understand the math, and that understanding that math doesn't have to be complicated, for one. And number 2, creates massive amount of freedom for you. You will know that you have enough money to invest in the next thing that you want for your business growth, right? Be it a new piece of equipment, be it a training seminar, be it going to a conference, be it hiring a coach, be it hiring an administrator or another employee. You will be able to see and project forward the anticipated dollars, where they need to go, and what they can be allocated to. This will make you feel better. And I want to, before I go, just touch on this piece. I see so many business owners feeling 2 things. One, that they can't grow as fast as they want because there's timeline and rules. Like, I can't possibly make profit in my first year. I can't possibly get to $250,000 within 2 years of business. There's all these rules or things that we think are fact happening. And I want you to question that, because often that's just because we don't understand our numbers and we can't see how to project forward to the growth level that we think is impossible. Okay? So that's the first thing. And the second thing is the shame piece, guys. There is not one financial professional or business coach that I have ever run across that gives people shit for not doing it right already. In order for me, as an example, and I know this to be true with other financial professionals as well, in order for me to understand what's going on in your business and be able to help you make more profit, I need to know what it really looks like. And there is nothing that you show me, A, that I judge, B, that I would disclose to others, and C, that makes you a bad person or a bad business owner. Most of you out there running businesses did not take an MBA in finance. You were not currently or before a CFO of a business. The anticipation that you should already know this and that by not knowing it, you're doing something wrong and shameful, I just want you to let that go. You're stopping yourself from growth because you're scared to look at the numbers. You're scared to look at the numbers because you don't know what they mean. Or you don't even know how to find them because you've never done the back end work in your business to be able to see the numbers. The only thing I want you to take away from this podcast is that you can fix that starting right now. You can get your numbers in order. You can follow these very basic financial principles I've said above, and you can make profit in your business and learn to be the CFO of your personal business this year. So I hope that leaves you with some hope on the financial piece if you are feeling like, ugh. And know that there is help out there. If you need a bookkeeper or you need an accountant or you're not sure whether you're ready for either one of those, I can answer that question for you. If you need somebody to help walk you through the business financials and how to even set that up, I can help you with that. You do not have to feel bad about what you know or what you don't know when it comes to your business finances. The only thing you need to know is that you're capable of learning. There are people out there that can teach you, and it will make a massive difference in the level of growth you have in your business. So have a great rest of the week, and I will talk to you guys next week. Are you ready to build your business to 6 figures? Then you need to book a profit assessment with me, Samantha Varner, Profit Coach of She Collective. Discover how working with me as your profit coach will change the trajectory of your business. Using my proprietary Crush formula, I help you identify and renovate the areas of your business that are holding you back from creating the money you know is possible. Book your call at bit.ly/profitmakercall, and let's get started. All right, that's a wrap for this week. You know that my favorite thing to do is talk shop with driven entrepreneurs building profitable businesses, which is all of you guys. I love all of the feedback that I am getting from you and the comments. Please keep them coming. Rate or review the show in your podcast player. This allows other gritty women to find this podcast and create their best business life too. As always, come and visit me on Instagram at shecollective.biz or BIZ if you're in Canada. We'll talk soon.